Staging your home does not have to cost a fortune. In fact, I'm going to go through here today and show you the best things for your buck. The little things you can do to fake it, take it, and make it when you're getting ready to sell your home. The 10 things I'm talking about are completely budget friendly and they are going to make a huge difference. So let's get into it. I'm Kati Spaniak and this is Truth in Real Estate, and I am here to protect the seller. I'm here to give you the best advice, the most honest advice, the real advice about how to get your home sold and how to navigate your way through the very difficult world of real estate and selling your home. So one of the first things I always talk about is staging is incredibly important because you need to fake it, take it, make it. That's what this video is about. We're going to fake the way the house looks, we're going to take great pictures, and then we're going to make the money. So the video today is the 10 things that you need in your house just to fake it. Now remember, we are not talking about lying. We're not talking about covering up. We're just talking about making the home look better for pictures. Tip number 1, throw pillows. I love throw pillows. I think that they add a lot to a home when things maybe seem a little boring or stale. You can use different pillows in different locations, in a chair, on a couch, maybe on kind of like a seat somewhere as well. And if you want, you can kind of throw in a little bit of color. I just staged this home, and one of the things we did is we brought in these blue pillows, which I really like. They just kind of give a little bit of accent, and it helps give that a little bit of color. Now, as you guys know, I don't necessarily love a lot of color. I think it makes people turn away, but this just made it look a little more cozy. Now, as I'm going through the whole video, I will have links for you. You can click on them or you can buy your own or whatever you want to do. But I just want to give you an idea of how inexpensive these things are, because pillows can make a huge difference. And also you can get pillow covers, just pillow covers to go over some pillows that you have if your pillows are looking, maybe not super fresh. Tip number 2, love this one, fresh towels in all of the bathrooms, like cozy, nice, fresh, white towels. Said it before. The worst thing that can happen is you go into somebody's house and you feel like you're in their home, right? You want the house to feel like you're in a hotel. And when you walk into a hotel and you have nice, white, fresh, fluffy towels, you feel great. If you were to go into that hotel and they were kind of like yellowish or used or different colors or didn't match, you'd be kind of grossed out by it. So I want you to be thinking you need to be giving your house a look like a hotel, because people walk in and if the bathroom is kind of yuck, the towels are kind of gross, there's moisture from the shower, which I talk about a lot. I hate that. Don't shower right before you have a showing. People just get that yuck, ick vibe. So I want to make sure that you are getting some nice, bright, white, fluffy new towels, and don't use them. Just wait until you move and then use them in your new house, and that will be the best thing you can do. Get some nice white towels. Okay, now if you're here and you're new, you have never heard me talk about my seller's planner, my seller's playbook. This is everything you need in order to get your home ready for sale. It's going to talk to you about strategy, staging, updates. What should you make? What should you not? What should you buy? What should you paint? What color should you paint your house? What should you price your home at? And what questions should you ask your real estate agent? And how do you know you have a great real estate agent? Everything in my seller's planner is going to go over that. It's going to give you the timeline. It's been downloaded tens of thousands of times, and I'm creating this just for you guys, and it's completely free. So go ahead, click the link in the description, use the QR code, or go to sellersplanner.com. Okay, tip number 3, while we're in the bathroom, a new shower curtain. Okay, shower curtains. I mean, seriously, just go out and get a very simple white type-ish shower curtain. Now, I don't mean like a super cheap white vinyl one that just is really hard. Maybe one that's a little fabric-y or like a basket weave or something like that. Something that just looks nice. It doesn't have to be super high quality. Now, many of you are going to be saying that in these suggestions that I'm giving you, it's very low quality, and they are. This is really low quality because it doesn't matter. Your goal is to get people into the home where they can visualize their stuff. They don't care if what you have is cheap as long as it's clean. Now, while we're on the cleaning topic, that is the most important thing you can do is clean, 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 clean. Your whole house has to be super clean. So don't do any of this stuff if you haven't been cleaning your house ongoing. Please clean your home. So shower curtains are great. And then while you're doing that shower curtain, I want you just to peek behind it and see if you have any mold there in the shower, in the corners. If you do, that's another yuck, ick factor like you would not want to see in a hotel room. So make sure you clean that mold up too. So shower curtains, great tip. Definitely want you to do that. And tip number 4, you've heard this from me before, and it is getting those daylight LED lights. Nothing is worse than walking to a home, especially when it's darker and the home is like the bright, white, cold hospital lights. the 5000K. Like, hate it, hate it, hate it. It makes people feel like they're in a hospital. It doesn't give them that warm and cozy vibe. So I want you to go out and I want you to make sure that, first of all of your light bulbs in the whole home are the same color. What you don't want to have is two different colors of light bulbs. You don't want warm in one place and then cool in another. It just kind of changes the vibe. Okay, now, the only place maybe you do want that bright white light is maybe in a bathroom for makeup or something like that. But when you're looking in the house, throughout the house, you want it just to be these warm bulbs. Tip number 5, fresh mulch in the flower beds. Now, this can get expensive if you are doing everything in the whole yard. But if you just kind of work on doing the front of the house, maybe a little bit just in a couple of the flower beds, it's going to be affordable and it's going to be something that you can do. And I promise you, it's going to make a huge difference when people are coming up to that front door. Now, just giving you a bonus here right now is that if your doorbell is broken, you need to fix that. Don't go through all of this work. Don't spend money. Don't do anything if your doorbell is broken. I cannot tell you the number of times that I have walked up to a house that I'm getting ready to list and the doorbell is broken. And if the doorbell is broken, that means that there are other things inside the home that need to be fixed. Absolutely 1000%. So while you replace that mulch, make sure the doorbell is absolutely working. Tip number 6, cabinet hardware swap. Now, this can get pricey if you're going with really expensive knobs or something like that. I want you to go with something simple. This can change a whole room. I don't want you to get too deep in the weeds and think too much about it. I want you to go cheap. I want you to find something that might just bring it updated a little tiny bit. Now, if you're really feeling kind of saucy and you want to go out there and do more, yeah, you're going to do those knobs in the house. You're going to do the hinges on the doors as well. So you want them to all kind of look similar and uniform. Anything that is like bright brass screams dated. And that is something a young buyer is probably going to want to switch out. So in the back of their mind, they're thinking, oh no, this is going to cost some money. So if you do something just to neutralize it, that's great. That's awesome. You know, these little things, I'm telling you, may not be a lot to you, but it means a lot to the buyer on the other side who might be strapped for cash and who might not want to do the work themselves. And if you're looking at the type of knobs, I'm going to recommend anything like a black matte or a brushed nickel, something like that. Nothing too bright and out there, just something very simple, very muted that looks a little bit more like today. Tip number 7, a neutral rug. So I can't tell you how much difference a rug makes, and the rug can be really cheap. I hate to say that because a lot of you have really expensive homes, and when you're staging, the furniture, the accessories just look cheap. I know they are cheap, but it doesn't really matter. Nobody cares about the furnishings at all whatsoever. So that's why a rug, if you've got a rug that just doesn't look great, it's super bright. Like if you have a bright rug, it does not show well in pictures and it screams like dated. People are going to think the home is dated even if it's not. So the rug is something, oh gosh, it's so easy. You can just buy a very simple rug and I'm telling you, it changes the whole look of the house. Don't worry if it's too cheap. I promise, as long as it's clean, that's all that really matters when you're selling your home. Now, if you're decorating, don't listen to these things. These are all very cheap things that you are probably not going to enjoy, that they are going to be ruined very, very quickly. But remember, our whole theme, fake it, take it, make it. Fake the way the house looks, take great pictures, and then you're going to make the money. Now, before I get to the last 3, I want to talk to you about what you need kind of to pull all of this together if you're really thinking about selling, especially if you are in the 12 to 6 month range. And if you do not have an agent, you have to get one. It's time to talk to somebody about what you should be doing in your house, what updates you should be making. What about the pricing? Do you know what your price is going to be? If you don't know what your price is going to be, you've got to get somebody in there. Now, you are afraid to start anywhere. You don't know where to start. You're confused. You don't know who to trust. You can trust me. You can trust my daughter, Lisa, because what we are doing is finding you the top agents in your local area. Anywhere in the country. Because what we do is we get your intake form and we figure out exactly who's going to be a good fit for you. We are matchmakers. We are matchmaking these agents with you. We are personally connecting with you. I know every single person who has come through and wants to be matched with an agent because Lisa and I are working every day. We're talking about who is the best fit. We're figuring out who has the best experience, who has the best listing photos, who has the best team, who has the best support. And then we're giving them to you so that when you are interviewing these agents from us, all you need to do is go with your gut. That's it. You go with your gut. You don't need to be asking all these other questions that maybe, how much experience do you have? We've already done that for you. How about your listing photos? Are they good? We've already done that for you. How about your reviews? We've already done that for you. So when we put an agent in front of you, you just sit there and you say, do I feel comfortable with this person? Is this person going to represent me? And do I actually like them? We have made the process simple and easy for you with our matchmaking service for Truth certified agents across the whole country. Super easy to do. All you have to do is go to truthandrealestate.com, use the QR code below, or the link is in the description. We have got you covered. I promise we're here for you. We'll get you through this. Tip number 8, something green. Fake stems or a plant, something like that, really adds a lot. Now, I just love the fake ones because they're easy to do, and I'm a terrible waterer of plants. Everything I have dies literally. So I like the fake ones, and they're easy and they're simple, and they're cheap. I know they're cheap. They don't look like you're in $1 million home necessarily, but they really add just a little bit of something, just a little bit of color like I was talking about before. So what it's going to do is give you a little sense of life and warmth. You can really find these anywhere, but if you just want to be kind of done and over, you can just use the links I provided for you. But there are so many cheap things out there that you can use, that you can buy. It's worth spending $10, $20 on something that just kind of adds a little bit of pop and a little bit of warmth for you. I promise in the end, it's all going to be worth it. Tip number 9, you may not know this one. You may think about this at the end, but a front door mat. So what I want you to do is I want you to go outside. I want you to look at the mat outside, and I want you to see, is it dirty? Does it look old? Does it look dingy? Because I'm going to guess it probably does. And you're probably not thinking about it being the first impression. The other thing I want you to do is to go out. I want you to go out to the street. I want you to look at your house. I want you to look at your house as if you were a buyer. You are coming for the first time. I promise you, you will not thank me for this, because after you are done, you are going to say, oh my gosh, I did not realize that I had that piece of garbage sitting next to my house all of these years. And it was there and you never even noticed. I didn't realize how dirty that part of the house is. So I want you to start out at the street. I want you to walk your way in up to the front door. And I'm going to tell you, a new mat out front would do wonders for the house. So another inexpensive, cheap thing that's really going to add a lot to the home. And tip number 10. Now this is going beyond, because you don't necessarily need to do this. This just adds some kind of like cohesiveness. It makes people feel like, I don't know, you've got it all pulled together, which is adding some storage bins in the closets. Now, what I say is the closets should be the very last thing that you do when you are getting ready to list your home, because you're not going to take pictures of the closets. Most likely, maybe a large master closet you're going to take. But for the most part, the closets are not going to be taken pictures of. So you can wait until after those photos are taken to start to organize your closet. But if you're really struggling and you're trying to be organized and maybe it's a mess, I just want you to get some stackable boxes, okay? Stackable boxes, plastic boxes, bins, they look great when they're all stacked, even if they're full of stuff, right? So let's say you've got a lot of stuff going on in your garage. Stack. That's all I want you to do is stack things up nice and neat. Just make them look organized. It kind of just pulls it all together. Last thing you want is for somebody walking through the house being like, holy cow, how is that person ever going to get out of this house? They've got so much stuff. So stack it in the bins. Just, nice and neat. All you have to do with this is just make these bins look intentional. So you're not hiding the mess, you're just organizing the mess, and buyers can definitely tell a difference. So if you have liked what you've seen here, I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, give me a comment, tell me what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. I love to hear if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. I don't know everything about this. I know a lot, but it depends in your area, in your market. Give me a comment. And also, I have so many free resources for you. I have my Seller's Planner Playbook. Definitely, I want you to download that today. It is completely free. I have my private Facebook group. We are over 6,000 people in that group, and we are talking about how to stage your home, what to put in there, what updates to make, and we're giving each other encouragement as they're getting their homes ready for the market. We're talking about questions you ask agents. We're talking about how do the pictures look, and we're just really boosting each other up. So if you are looking for people who are on your same journey, on your same path, I want to make sure you go to my Facebook group, sellyourhome.group. You can search for me on Facebook. You can find the group. You can ask for entry in in there. And also the link is below. And don't forget, I also have our agent matching service. And this is specific for you. Remember, there is no fee to you. I only get paid if you close with one of the agents we've referred from their commission, so they pay us. There is no obligation for you to use any of our agents. You can just ask for one if you want. So if you're already talking to a couple and you're like, I'd like to see who Kati actually suggests, we have an option, just fill it out. We will get you that one agent. I promise you that if you get our agent out there after you've talked to a couple others, you're going to be impressed. And also, if you have chosen an agent already and you put that on your intake form and we think that is the best agent to use, we're going to tell you. So go ahead, fill out the form, get matched with a Truth certified agent today. So I want to make sure that I'm here for you through your journey of selling your home, start to finish, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 years away. I'm Kati Spaniak, and this is Truth in Real Estate.